Actually looking for a Korean restaurant today, and we went on Zomato, and from Zomato we got to know about Cafe Maru in Aund. So this is my first time at Cafe Maru, but I've had Korean food before. First time when I'd gone to the US, a friend of mine took me to a Korean restaurant, and that's where I had bibimbap. I hope I've said it correctly, and it was really a great dish. A very good balance of of all the nutrients of the meat and the carbohydrates. So real good food, very good in taste, and that's the reason I got my family here to taste Korean cuisine today. Well, as I said, in Pune this is the first time, but yes, we have been to a few Korean restaurants around. So in Europe and abroad, but in Pune this is the first one. My favorite dish is Gyeran-mari. So I had with seafood, really nice. And for my daughter, let me ask her.
I like the kimchi.
Okay.
Bibimbap is nice. I love that too.
See, Indians normally like a bit spicy or some taste, and I would strongly recommend bibimbap. That's a very good balance of bit spicy and bit oriental, and at the same time Indians would love it. It's a real good dish. I would strongly recommend that.
Well, I had this Korean curry, and it's very similar to our Indian curry. But I found this tastier because probably it was not very spicy, but very, very similar to Indian. And I'm sure Indians would love this too. And I also recommend Indians to have this particular Korean curry. It's yummy.
Okay, so I love experimenting with different cuisines. So I was just passing by and I saw Cafe Maru. Another reason is I am an English teacher, so I have a lot of students from South Korea, and they recommended this restaurant. I asked them in the class if I want to eat Korean food, where do I go? Tonight, I really wanted to eat kimbap. I was craving for it, so I just asked my friend that if he could just come and have kimbap. I came here last week all by myself. Yeah, and so maybe once a month, but this time it was twice a month. Yeah, it has to be kimbap, japchae, and bibimbap. Today I ate some noodle soup and kimbap.
I saw a different cuisine, so I thought of trying it out. I liked it, so that's why I'm here. No, this is not the first time. It's probably 5th or 6th time, I would say. Tonight we thought of trying something different, and Korean was the obvious choice because it's become more familiar, I would say, now. And the other Chinese and everything else we have anyways any other day. So besides this friend of mine, I don't think I can come with anyone else to try out such cuisine. So that's probably one of the reasons why we are here tonight.
Do you like this place?
Very much, yeah. Nice place. Favorite food, kimbap, and these noodles were ramyeon, right? Yeah, ramyeon and kimbap. But I would like to definitely try everything else on the menu as well. Indian friend, so it depends on how versatile he is with his palate, but to be on the safer side, I would ask him to try the noodle soup or the ramyeon first, and then the kimbap, I guess. That works fine. Even that has sort of a, I don't know. Even if it is Korean, it doesn't taste weird. I don't know. It tastes nice, so I think that should work fine, right?
How do I know about?
Yeah, Korean food.
So I am a big fan of Korean dramas actually. So which is why I keep reading about Korean culture and Korean food. Which is why actually I found this place and then we came. Oh Lord, I don't know where to start. Boys Over Flowers is my favorite. I've been watching a lot of them. Right now I'm watching something called Fight My Way. I think it's a new by TVN. So, not very often.
Is it your first time?
No, it's my second time here. So once I had tteokbokki, I really liked it. So that is something that I would recommend.
Actually, I've heard a lot about it.
the internet, but then I never thought of having it until my friends, basically they're Indians but they're from the Northeast and they're really fond of Korean food, and then they made me try Korean food and I actually fell in love with it. Yeah. I've tried kimbap and I want to try it, I don't know, different maybe Korean noodles, I would say. And yeah. Okay. I would say that Indian food is, both of the Korean and Indian food, both of them are very spicy, that's what I know. And maybe Korean food is even spicier. But then we have, in India, we have different kinds of masalas that gives it authentic Indian taste compared to the Korean taste. Like, that's the difference. We use different spices. Yeah. They're just both spicy, I guess. Spicy, yeah.
So it's mostly through internet and little bit of traveling. It's not only Korean food, we just go around and try different food. So Korean is one of them. And that's why we thought of exploring it today. That's a difficult question because most of the things we read we cannot understand. So the only Korean food that we know of is bibimbap. And that's what we would try. And some other things. There is no way for us to pronounce what we are ordering. I think, let me put it the other way, I guess there is no similarity between either of them. So it's completely different. I know nothing about Korean food, but I can tell you the spices that we use in Indian food are not used in Korean food.
Okay, I have a friend whose name is Jyoti. 2 years back, she speaks about a restaurant which is quite cozy and we should try. That's how I started coming. So it is named as Guksu Jamku.
Jiangsu.
Jiangsu, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Guksu Jiangsu.
It looked quite tempting, and because I do not have much knowledge of Korean food, this is something which looked a little similar. So, and that's what I tried last time. So being safe, because he has come here for the first time, so I don't want to give him a shock. It is. I think it is entirely different, because we emphasize more on spices, and it's more of spices and a little bit of oily, well roasted food, whereas I think Korean food is little more, it's like more of leafy and less spicy, of course.
사이먼 씨 지금 뭐 적고 계세요?
I'm writing now orders.
Kimchi and noodle soup chicken and
Kimchi, noodle soup chicken, kimbap prawn, kimbap veggie,
curry rice,
veg, and honey ginger lemon tea.
사이먼 씨 여기서 일한 지 얼마나 됐어요?
I'm now Gyeran-mari, I'm working 4 years running.
Korean food is Indian like is bibimbap. Bibimbap because bibimbap vegetable is raw vegetable, and Korean Indian people is they don't like this raw vegetable because Indian people is like is cooked ones. Many Indian is watching is Korean drama, and they know in Korean food about. They want to know about Korean culture. In Indian noodle is Maggi, so Korean noodles is ramyeon, sim ramyeon. So Indian noodle is not soup, and Korean noodles is sim ramen is with soup. Korean noodles is first we have to rice, and after that we take sim ramen noodles. So ramyeon noodles is taste is spicy, and Maggi noodles Indian is not spicy.